Welcome to Fit for Life. It's me, Karen, again, and thanks for tuning in, and I'm looking forward to exercising with you again. And I hope you're understanding just how important it is to do it. You know there are 6 basic fitness components, right? Today we're going to talk about not strength training, but aerobic exercise. Well, what is aerobic exercise? What does that mean? It means using oxygen, which meets your energy demands when you're exercising. You have to have enough oxygen or you're going to get out of breath or breathless, right? But cardiovascular exercise also gives us energy and endurance. In other words, we can walk longer, we can climb those stairs, we can dance longer and not be out of breath all the time. Sometimes there's a reason to be out of breath. If you have any form of COPD, you know what you're supposed to do for that. But in most cases, the less you do, the more out of breath you're going to be with everything. So that's why cardiovascular exercise is so important. So we're going to move along, and we're going to also, I forgot this one. It also relieves depression, and it improves your brain function. That's so important. So take that walk. Go to the park, go to your health club, take a walk with a friend. I'm going to give you some examples of aerobic exercise, and you're going to recognize all of them. Swimming, if you do that, of course, we're going to be doing it inside if we're doing it at all. You're going to do cycling. You can do a stationary bicycle or use a bicycle. Some of you are still doing that. We are all at different fitness levels. So keep that in mind. Do not be too hard on yourself. Remember, sitting is a killer. And almost any kind of exercise is good for you. So whatever you like to do, hiking and canoeing or anything that gets that heart rate up a little bit. So that's part of the whole aerobic thing, getting your heart rate up. Treadmill, wonderful. If you have a treadmill in your home, again, go to a health club, visit one of your kids and maybe they have a treadmill, or just run in place. We're going to do that in a few minutes. We're going to jog in place for 1 minute. And you're going to see if you're in good shape or not. Dancing to television, put on a CD, just sing a song and dance. Just move, kick your feet out. So we're going to do a little bit of that today too. And we're going to stretch a little bit, and we're also going to do some things for our posture now. Most of you know that we use exercise bands and free weights for strength training, and you should have water with you and comfortable clothing and a good shoe for exercise. You don't want a hard leather shoe, right? You want something that gives your foot a little bit of room. So the first thing we're going to do is stand up. I want you to come forward in your chair. We're going to cross here, all right? And you're going to stand up without holding on. And if you have trouble with that or you can't do it at all, you know what you need. You need the last class we did, which is strength training. We have to keep these quadriceps strong for almost everything we do in life. If you want to maintain your independence, it's up to you. But it does take a little work. Once you get up and once you start, it's easy. You just have to get up. Don't go lie down on the couch again, okay? So I want to do this little test with you. And all it is jogging in place, nice and easy. For those of you that can't jog, maybe you can just march, right? That's easy enough. And I want you to try it first for 30 seconds. Let's do it for 30 seconds. And I will time you. I remember to wear my watch this time, right? All right, so get ready and here we go. We're going to do this for just 30 seconds. And some of you might say, that's nothing. I walk every day. This doesn't mean a thing. Some of you are going to feel it. You're going to be a little out of breath and you're going to say, gee, that seemed longer than 30 seconds. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm cheating a little, giving you a couple of seconds more. We're halfway there. So maybe it is going a little bit slowly. Keep jogging. If not, start walking or not walking in place, but just lifting your feet up and marching in place. So there is your 30 seconds. Now, I have been walking, so I didn't feel a thing. I'm kind of used to it, and I probably exercise more than some of you, but not all of you. You all have your own schedules. Everyone does something different. But remember, you need aerobics. You still need that strength training. You need to stretch after doing these exercises. You need to eat well. You need to do balance exercises, and we'll have a class doing just balance exercises. And you need stress management. So keep that in mind, and I will be reminding you of these things in future shows. So I want us to do a whole minute. You can try this on your own. Try it for 2 minutes, so 5 minutes, as long as you feel okay, no pain. You might be a little bit out of breath, but most people know when they have to stop. So get ready now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And here we go, the big test. 1 minute. If you want, you can move around. I'll do a little dance here. Or you can go this way, or you can go that way, or forward again, or just take it easy. It's not running like this, picking your feet up. It's just lifting the foot a little bit off the floor. So let's see, we're almost halfway there. Are you feeling it? This is what you did the last time, right? 30 seconds. Just little things you can do for yourself to find out where you are in your fitness level. So we're more than halfway now, so that's good. Am I out of breath? No. Am I feeling it? Yeah, a little bit. But when you're walking at a regular pace, it is easier, of course. Start with 5 minutes a day if you have to. Get up to 10. If you can do half an hour, that would be great. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What do you think? How did you do? Try it on your own. It's a little bit easier with music. I'm going to put some music on now, and we're going to do some, it is aerobic because we're dancing, and we're doing things you don't usually do when you're just walking. So try it with me, see how this works out for you. First, though, grab some water. That's what I'm going to do right now. All right. Here we go. I add a little lemon water in my regular water sometimes, which is supposed to be very good for us. It's very cleansing. Cheers. I watched a rerun of Cheers the other night. It was wonderful. Good comedy. So let's just move side to side, nice and easy. 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8 again, and 1, and 2. Something you don't ordinarily do, right? Unless you do stand in front of the television and dance, I don't know. Let's just kick out 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Can you do 8 more? And 1. You might be a little out of breath from what we did before, but just do the best you can. 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Now what I'd like you to do is to lift your knee up. 1. Now with aerobics, you don't want to stop and start. You want it to be sustained for at least 10 minutes. But we're not going to do 10 minutes. We only have half an hour, but just try this with me. Up. Next time we'll have the music. It'll be easier. Up, up, and 3. And you're also strengthening while you do this because you're lifting that leg off the floor. All right? Turn the foot in, and 4. And I turn a little bit when I do it. 6, and 7, and 8. Again, turn. Let your arms do what they want to do. Nice and easy. 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Now, touch to the front, touch to the back like you're walking. 4. I like to incorporate balance exercises in almost everything we do because you don't want to take that first fall. So this is a good way to improve your balance. And 7, and stop. So we're just going to keep going. We're not going to stop. Just to see if you can do it. To see if you do get out of breath. Again, so front, back, front, back, front, back, and front. And now we'll take a break. Bend your knees, easy, and 3. Push the hands down, and 5, and 6, and 7. Do it again with me, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Hands on your hips now. We're going to do side to side, step, touch. When you touch that foot, bend your knees a little bit if you can. And 5. So this is just kind of a good way to get you into aerobics if you haven't been doing it. And if it's too much, just sit and watch. Just sit and watch. You can actually do most of this in a chair because you're mostly using just your legs, right? And 5 and 6. But try to do at least 10 minutes. If you're taking your first walks, if you haven't been doing it, 10 minutes, work up to 20, and then half an hour. Now you're going to reach over. And 2. So just push to the side, push to the side. You're getting a little stretching in here. And 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Do 8 more, but reach up this time. It's up and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And now you're just going to touch to the front. Just point your toe to the front. Say we'd been doing this for 10 minutes or so. Now we would be cooling down. It's called the cool down. So you don't stop at your highest speed, right? Same with walking. If you've been walking really fast, don't just stop. Just, decrease the speed with which you're walking. And 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Now your heel. Bend that back knee. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Let's do 8 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. So how are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Lift the knee up, but not as high this time. 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7. And now we're going to do some nice easy lunges. Your feet are apart, side to side. That's all there is to it. If you want, you can swing your arms around, getting a nice stretch. So some exercises are composed of most of the fitness components that we do. But this is mostly aerobic, what we're doing today. In the last show, we did strength training. And today we might do a little posture work too. So how are you feeling? I'm going to say we probably did at least 6 minutes, maybe 7. I hope you're feeling okay. Grab some water. I want you to sit back down again. And we're going to do a little bit of stretching. I'd like you to grab your bands. Some bands are harder to pull than others. This particular company makes an easy band, the pink ones. This one is the most difficult, the blue, and each company has their own color code. So if you pick up bands, sometimes they'll give you one for each degree of difficulty. So I'm going to use the blue one today. And this is going to be a stretch for the upper body and also something that is great for your posture. It's not difficult to do. So take your time. You might still be drinking your water. Just relax. Grab the ends, and you're going to just lift up. Your arms are straight. How far back can you go? How far back? And can you stretch that band out and bring it down? I can feel it. I know my back is flattening right out. The cervical area, the upper back, and this opens up the chest area that gets very contracted when we're sitting like this a lot. Especially when it gets cold, we're like this, aren't we? You've got to try to remember to bring your head up, shoulders down, pull that chin in. If you can remember this one thing, because right away the chin comes out, the shoulders round, and all of this, you know what happens here, right? So you're going to sit up nice and straight, not hold this in, but just firm it up. Just tone it a little, hold it in a little bit, keeping the back straight as possible, lifting up and down and back, as far down as you can go. It doesn't have to be very far. And if you can only come here, that's all right. While we're going back, you can be going out this way. So just try this a couple of times. For people with severe posture problems, sometimes you can't help it. That, you can experience that with osteoporosis, or sometimes it's just heredities, but whatever you can do for it, even if it's just sitting up straight for a few minutes. So keep that in mind. And I'm not really counting that much. Like all the reps we do, the repetitions, 8 to 10 times, you can do 2 sets, once you get used to it. So, and I think it's the same on the exercise machines. So we did that. Let's put the band down. So as I said, we're stretching the upper body. We're improving our posture a little bit. Now we've been holding on to that band. So let's circle the hands. Just circle the hands. Doesn't that feel good? It's just a silly little exercise. Looks like it doesn't do anything, but it really feels good if you have arthritis. Really does, yeah. And then just move those thumbs around. My arthritis is in the thumbs mostly. And this doesn't hurt it too much to do it, and it feels better later on. So, and now we're going to do this movement. We've done it before. Just push out like stop. Pull those fingers back. Feel that stretch all the way down. Try it again. Wonderful. Okay. Now the other. Stop. Pull fingers back. You're going to feel that stretch. I feel it mostly in the wrist. Okay. Good. Now make fists. Turn them over. And if you can, turn out and then in with the hands. This is good. It stretches the wrists for one thing, which get tight sometimes with the arthritis, sometimes just not using them in the right way, and then circle the hands again, and then once more. How does that feel? Pretty good, right? All right. I'd like you to drop your chin down again now. Let's stretch out the upper back, your neck. You've probably been tightening those muscles a little bit. And then we'll bring the head up. Good. You're looking at the ceiling. You're not trying to drop your head on your back. That's not good for the little bones in the neck, right? We're just kind of on a slant, like a slant board type thing, and then looking straight. And we're going to, don't turn your body, but just your head as far back you could go without discomfort. I mean, it may not be that easy if you're really stiff, but we're trying to loosen up those muscles a little bit, and then back the other way. Good. And we will do this from time to time, especially when we're stretching the upper body, and then we'll come back and let's do an ear drop, and then to the other side. I know I close my eyes because I find it so relaxing. It's really great for meditation, and if we have time today, we're going to do a little bit of that with the music that I started the last time. Wonderful. All right, now let's come forward in the chair just a little bit. Heel down so the toes go up, don't they? And what you're going to do is hold on to your knees and just pull yourself right up. How does that feel? Wonderful. Now I'd like you to keep your back straight. Don't come forward. Pull that chin right in, but come forward with a straight back. You're stretching the back of the leg when you do this, believe it or not. All right. Now normally you would try to hold that 15, 20 seconds. The other side, heel down, toes up. Just put your hand right here on the knee. Keep your back straight. Don't push the chin forward. Pull it in and then come forward in one piece. It's hard to get used to, isn't it? But you can do it. Keep the back straight. So that's for the back of the leg, the hamstring, the back of the knee, the calf a little bit. But what about the quadriceps? How can we stretch these sitting down? You can do it standing up too, Let's come forward. I'm going to turn a little bit. All right. Now the leg that's closest to me, you're watching me, you're going to reach down. Now you need to come kind of to the edge of the chair, so be careful. Hold on, reach down, lift up, and pull back. But look at my posture. Pull that chin in now. All right. Even though you're seated, think of tucking under the hip, this area, the pelvic area, pulling back. Nice and tall. If you can let go, that's good too, because you'll be stretching your upper body away from your lower body. So this is a full body stretch, isn't it? Yeah, we like this. Great. All right, now the other side, you're going to just twist a little bit. Toe back. Nice and tall. Keep that back straight. Reach down if you can. Now, if you need to cheat a little, you can grab, if you're wearing a stretchy pant. Most people wear these tights now, don't they? So you can do that, or you can lift up. Nice and tall. Pull that chin right in. Good. I'm holding on here, and I'm holding on a little too on this side. Reaching forward and pulling back at the same time. I love this. We look like Grecian statues, don't we? Oh, yes. Perfect. And then down. You know, I was going to give you some more, but I think we've done quite a bit for the half an hour. I think for the rest of the time, we're going to try this meditation. I'm going to put the music on, and all you have to do is listen. Stress affects your muscles. It clenches and tightens your muscles. So that's how it kind of contributes to a total fitness program. People say, well, what does meditation have to do with exercise? After we exercise, it's really good to relax, do some yoga breathing, clear the mind a little bit, and try not to think about anything. And that's what the yoga breath that accompanies a meditation, that's what that does for you. It relaxes you, it unclenches your muscles, usually after exercise. If you want, you can sit back a little bit. You don't have to maintain that posture, that perfect posture I'm talking about all the time. And I don't know if you've done the yoga breath before. It's really nothing with that much mystery. It's easy to do, but it does calm your mind. It actually changes your brain waves a little. So what I'd like you to do, as long as you don't have problems with breathing or asthma or anything like that, I want you to breathe up through your nose, hold that breath, and then breathe out through your mouth. Try to make the exhalation longer than the inhalation. Drop your chin right down. All right, you can open your eyes if you want. This type of breathing takes a while to understand and to do properly. But if you're into yoga, you already know how to do it and why we do it. But it really, really does calm the mind. It clears your mind. It stops that constant chatter. I don't know about you, but I'm always thinking of something. I've got to do this next. I did this. What should I do? Maybe I shouldn't. It stops all of that. So it gives you a real rest. And again, it's very calming, relaxing. Let's try it again together, breathing up through the nose for about 4 or 5 seconds, if you can do that, holding the breath for 2 seconds, and exhaling. Try to make the exhalation maybe 5 or 6 seconds, and your head will drop down while you do it. Wonderful. And then you'll bring your head back up. How does that feel? I have something I want to read. I have a couple of minutes. I found this wonderful book. There is something called Mindfulness Meditation, and that's what I practice. And it's very simple. It's not mysterious. It's not religion. It's been used in different religions, but yoga is not a religion either. So I'm going to read this to you. Why don't you close your eyes while I do this? It says, a key aspect of mindfulness meditation, and perhaps the feature that makes it so relevant to our modern living, is that it is actually integrated into whatever we are doing. You can do it while you're walking or gardening. I wouldn't close my eyes while I was walking. But as we practice, we become increasingly aware of how flustered we get and how anxious to get, especially in these days. It will really help if you've been worried about things, and sometimes there are things to worry about. But we get too full of anxiety, and sometimes we worry about things that really aren't that important. So how we constantly seek to distract ourselves because of this, seemingly unable to let silence settle within us. This is a time of silence. Some people are very uncomfortable. They want chatter constantly. We switch on the radio or TV, we grab a magazine, we pop out to the shops. Of course we do. TJ Maxx. We do anything to divert our attention from the one thing that can be deeply healing and relaxing, and that is stillness. Some people cannot do it. They have to really work at it. And from a point of stillness, we send out ripples that transform our lives for the better. So that's just one little reading in this wonderful book that I have found. So again, be comfortable, sit back, grab some water if you have to. I'm sorry about our tape recorder today. It's a new one, maybe that's why. But I think we got a lot done. And we are going to do some meditation again. We're going to talk about yoga. We're going to do some yoga exercises. We're going to do some seating. We're going to do some standing. So far, we do not get down on the floor for this class. You know, if I had enough requests, maybe someday we will do it once in a while, but mostly everything we do is in the chair or standing, with or without music. Mostly we use free weights and bands for strength. And I like to read to you now and then things that I think are important for your health. But again, you're going to change your fitness level. You're going to be able to do more. You're going to feel better. Exercise also helps you to sleep better. As we age, sleeping isn't as fitful as it used to be. So anything that will help without taking a pill, I'm all for, and maybe you are too. So whatever you're doing for exercise now, if you are going to a health club, working out on your own, keep doing it. Watch PBS. They have some great exercise shows. I have bought many of their videos, their CDs, their DVDs, and they have some really good information. So again, if you're one that's never exercised, or you want to put more exercise into your life, and you want it to be permanent, something you're going to do every day or every other day, watch the show. Find out, find someone to exercise with. Sometimes that helps a lot too. So I want to thank you for tuning in. I will be back. We are on every day, and it keeps me going too. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.